Luna, the Lost Kitten. In a bustling city filled with towering buildings and busy streets, there lived a curious little kitten named Luna. Luna was a fluffy white kitten with big blue eyes that sparkled with wonder. She lived in a cozy apartment with her loving owner Mia, who always made sure Luna had plenty of toys to play with and treats to nibble on. But despite all the comforts of home, Luna was a curious kitten who loved to explore. Every day, Luna would sit by the window, watching the world outside. She would see birds fluttering by, people walking their dogs, and cars zooming down the street. Luna longed to see the world beyond the window, but she had never been outside on her own. One sunny afternoon, as Mia was cleaning the apartment, Luna noticed the door to the balcony had been left open. Her heart skipped a beat. This was her chance to explore. Quietly, Luna slipped out onto the balcony and gazed at the city below. The sounds of the city filled her ears, the honking of horns, the chatter of people, and the distant hum of life. Luna's curiosity got the better of her, and before she knew it, she had leaped down from the balcony onto the fire escape. As she descended the fire escape, Luna felt a thrill of excitement. She was finally outside, ready to explore the big world. But as she reached the street below, the city suddenly seemed much bigger and scarier than it had from her cozy window. The streets were crowded with people and the noise was overwhelming. Luna's excitement quickly turned to fear as she realized she didn't know how to get back home. Luna wandered through the streets, feeling more lost with every step. She passed by shops, parks, and busy intersections, but nothing looked familiar. The more she searched, the more worried she became. Luna had never been on her own before, and now she was all alone in a big, unfamiliar city. As Luna walked past a small park, she noticed a friendly-looking pigeon pecking at crumbs on the ground. Summoning her courage, Luna approached the pigeon. "Excuse me," Luna meowed softly. "I'm lost. Can you help me find my way home?" The pigeon looked up and tilted its head. "Where do you live, little kitten?" it cooed. "I live in an apartment with my owner, Mia," Luna explained, her voice trembling. "But I don't know how to get back." The pigeon nodded understandingly. "Don't worry, dear. The city can be a confusing place, but you're not alone. Let's ask for help together." The pigeon flew up to a nearby lamppost and called out to a squirrel who was gathering acorns in the park. The squirrel scurried over, and the pigeon explained Luna's situation. The squirrel thought for a moment and said, "I've seen many apartments around here. Describe yours to me." Luna described her apartment, mentioning the balcony with the potted plants and the colourful curtains that Mia loved. The squirrel's eyes lit up. "I think I know where that is. It's near the big fountain in the square." Luna's spirits lifted as the squirrel offered to guide her. With the pigeon flying overhead to keep watch, Luna and the squirrel made their way through the city. They passed by tall buildings, crossed busy streets, and even navigated through a crowded market. Along the way, Luna learned to stay close to her friends, listen to their advice, and be aware of her surroundings. Finally, they reached the square with the big fountain, and Luna saw the familiar building with the balcony covered in potted plants. Her heart swelled with relief and joy. "This is it! This is my home!" she cried. The squirrel and the pigeon smiled as they watched Luna dash up the stairs and back to her apartment. When Luna reached the balcony, she found Mia waiting for her, tears of joy in her eyes. "Luna! I was so worried about you," Mia exclaimed, scooping Luna up into her arms. "I'm so glad you're home." That evening, as Luna curled up in her favourite spot by the window, she thought about her adventure. She realised that while the city was big and sometimes scary, she had found her way home with the help of her new friends. Luna learned that it's okay to ask for help when you're lost, and that no matter how far you wander, there's always a way back home. From that day on, Luna was more careful about her explorations. She knew the world was full of exciting things to discover, but she also knew the importance of finding her way back to the people who loved her. The end. Always remember, my friends, No matter how far you roam, you can always find your way home.